trauma bonding. If the planet Earth was a business model and it had a mission statement, it should simply address it and label it as a trauma bonding place. Someone can argue, what are you talking about? Present planet, trauma bonding. Can you even spell these words? Good argument. But the clarity happens because we can observe and we can problem identify. This is the prison planet. We cannot stay stuck here indefinitely. We need to have awareness and to gain the clarity as to what we are and how we navigate information. A perfect example I can come up with when I used to work in this healthcare gig, something I often observe, but everything is about your pay grade, so you have no authority to make intelligent observation, or even if you do, it is a not up for discussion. So this is where we were at. Very early on, something you recognize is identifying problem. How do you address these things? If you are a person who is taking many different medications, usually it comes with a lot of different side effects, but you continuously, indefinitely going to healthcare professionals like doctors to gain some kind of relief. While you're doing that, you can definitely get into sicknesses and have prescriptions for these problems. And if you come home taking them for less than 24 hours or even a couple of days, you can have your body show you clear symptoms of constipation, of the watery eyes, anxiety, hypertension. All of these things showing you your body is giving you signals. This is not agreeing with me. This is hazardous. Pay attention. But the individual who continue to take these things despite the problems. They have family members, maybe they're also healthcare specialist or RN or something like that. They would they could make a educated guess and pay attention, yet they are busy trying to make an appointment to go have another visit, because we never discontinue anything. They don't have something doesn't register in their mind. Perhaps we should stop that. This is a scenarios. These are examples to pay attention and awareness. When you go to the healthcare practitioner, the healthcare specialist, they will say, oh, if this thing was making you that sick, why didn't you stop? That's the logical, practical, critical thinking. But yet somehow we are reluctant to do these things. The person will say, well, I didn't want to make any changes without seeing you, having a discussion with you. Oh no, you just if you're making things making you sick, you have to discontinue. It is not something discussed, but its option is available to you. So this is the present. You lack the ability to make a critical decision regarding your health because you have a fear to make that kind of decision, make an educated guess. Now, educated guess could never happen from outsiders. They are never going to make an educated guess. They want X-ray X-ray level information. They want a blood test. They want to go deep down into a root cause. On the surface, this is what they do. Whether they are helping or not is a different story. But what will happen to these healthcare practitioners? Let's have another scenario. It's the same situation, but this healthcare another point of view from the professional a person. They would say, wow, the novelty wears off. After a while, you're doing the same job. You understand your clientels. You know the level of connection they display, level of intelligence, level of informed consent, level of everything they are understanding. They are good people. They are highly programmed. Nevertheless, they are able to rule out weaknesses, rule out problematic areas, rule out these circumstances because they have another agencies overlooking these things. They are collecting data, they are experimenting, they are getting a bit stressed. They have a hard time functioning with the level of disconnection, level of shrink down stupidity, not to condemn people, but this is to awaken people up to realize your own potential. Remember, our mission statement in Planet Earth is a trauma bonding. So this is what we have to address. This is what we have to recognize. This is how what we have to release. We can make that switch. So while these medical professionals taking data, making experiments, doing all of these things with a level of intelligence, they can rule out weaknesses elsewhere in the business policymakers, business level management. They know these things. They are making decisions. They are collecting data for policy makings. They are saying, well, you're useless eater. This level of disconnection cannot be tolerated. This is hazardous. This is weakness. This is complete utter stupidity. So therefore, we are making a judgment call because we collected data, because we understand what we're working with. We understand your level of disconnection. Therefore, you are hackable animal. You are useless eater. You are to be eliminated because you are extremely disconnected. This is how this repetitive trauma bonding happens, because lack of our ability to identify problems, uh, never mind about resolving problems, it's about identifying problems. Anyone understand when we go to the doctor with the problem, they are not going to make an educated guess and, oh yeah, I'm just going to give you this. They might for very basic things, but they are going to want to have an x-ray vision into your circumstances. This is how we navigate emotional trauma body and release some of these things. Another perfect example, if you're in a family, the joy comes very hard to come by. The joyous, happy things aren't most of the time visible. Maybe on the surface they might even be, but the conflict is what we are continuously bonding over. This is what we're struggling. We can make a dinner, yet we can't even have a happy, content, joyous time. There are going to be some kind of problems, but I know immediately we think it's a trauma body. We have to blame the other person, but try something like planning a vacation, going on vacation, go to some kind of a function, plan something. Even few people, you see where people have all kinds of problems. They become running late because they blame traffic, because some people have extreme level of anxiety. They can't function. They feel like they have a diarrhea or something, issues, and another one is debilitated with anxiety and a social anxiety, traumatized, so they can't make it. This is how any kind of happy events get sabotaged, because we are trauma bonding in this 3D prison planet. So we have to pay attention to these little details. So when we struggle to create happy circumstances, this is what the family conflict is all about, or friendships. We have a really hard time maintaining any kind of peace and happiness. There's always had to be conflict, because the mission statement is the trauma bonding. What we are lacking is we have enough information, but we cannot move forward from these circumstances because we are not awakened, and the clarity is really hard to come by. We aren't paying attention. Instead, what we are doing, if someone is pointing things out, the mirror, they are the one who is going to destroy and smash the mirror. This is what trauma bonding is all about. The light is shining above you. Information is there. Trying to get attention, but what we are doing is turning off the light instead, so go into complete darkness. This is what trauma bonding prison planet is, because we have never found out that that place where you can turn this off and eliminate all these problems at once. We have that. It's a fine line. Information is there, the knowledge is there, but we really don't know how to connect the dot. We don't want to escalate people to make these decisions very quickly, but we need to understand information warfare is all about. So another thing is toxic parents, children, family dynamic. When you have a level of toxicity, you have a really hard time connecting with your families, hard time. But we have now different level of new agents. We can transfer the blame. If you have a toxic mother, if you have a toxic father, or they are both equally toxic, we can easily blame the younger generation. Oh yeah, it's your fault. But no, wrong answer. You existed long before they come along. What happened is you made poor decisions. You weren't paying attention. You weren't having clarity about these things. You were taken in by the glamour of romance, glamour of all kinds of things, and you lack the ability to navigate information so you can gain the clarity. Why? Because we are toxic trauma bonding. We're trauma bonding. This is the mission statement. This is how we recognize. We have financial problems. We have emotional problems. We have a spiritual problems. All of these things there, but we lack the clarity to make connecting to the root cause, connecting to that x-ray vision. What is the x-ray says about the problems we are facing. The worst circumstances is the same thing. We should label them the casualties of the system. For me, I wouldn't waste a lot of time on repetitive things. To my personal life, you have a bad relationship, bad friendship, bad work, bad food, whatever it is. It's a one-time deal. If not, maybe occasionally is 2 times, because you have that residue. You are emotionally invested in something. You just want to keep on trying a little bit. So this is the level of toxicity you carry within yourself, because we don't have all the answers. We're just finding things as we go. So we can do that silly thing we want to. We can go through life without any prescription things or addiction or anything, because we identify problems. This is what navigating prison planet is all about. So instead, we are judging, we are bashing down, breaking down. We find things and we put that out there because we are trauma bonding. We can identify problems. Never mind about solutions to problem. We can't even identify. We don't even know what happened. We lived through all of it, but we are sleepwalking. This is what trauma bonding is all about. This is what the external world is about. Now, getting back to war, you see the casualties. One time war will be enough for people to recognize. We watch movies, we seen documentaries, we read books, not me so much, but people. And you can know immediately, okay, wow, this is really bad. Look at these children traumatized, and whatever dysfunction there was, they were able to have a roof over their head. Now it's all blowing up to pieces, and immigration crisis happened. All of these things happen because we weren't paying attention. We're trauma bonding. um, so all these people run around making all these decisions. They never go to work. They're not the one who's losing their house. They can have a bunker somewhere, some in airplane, and go into some island, do all kinds of things. But what happened is they're making decisions without your participation, without your acting and helping to accomplish these trauma bonding. Nothing will be possible. They can go, and instead of running around GF7 whatever 20s, you can go fight the wars that you helped to create. But that never happened, right? Because we're trauma bonding. This is the mission statement. This is a prison planet, 3D prison planet. You can, yet we have all the power. You have a PTSD. Yes. You have, do you get the help that you needed afterwards? No, not really. But yet we are very effortlessly joining into these places and promoting the level of trauma bonding. This is what the prison planet is. Just because we can't spell it doesn't mean we don't have a clarity about it. So the casualties of the system, casualties of a 3D prison planet, everything should be labeled so that we can easily identify, but it doesn't come with the manual. Like your car, I know I drive, but I don't really know much about my car. Our vessel is the same thing. We are like a car. We're like a computer. Motherboard is there, but you have all the programming that runs it. But you have the power to control your program, delete it, upload something new. You have the power to do that. And this is the clarity we have to come towards. This is the kind of recognizing where you stand in your trauma body. So you have clarity. You can release the hell on earth, 3D prison planet. You can go into something more neutral, like heaven on earth. We say that looking up at the clouds is not practical, it's not logical. Nobody knows what's in the clouds, but we are praying. Where we are going to the religious establishments. They aren't bad places, but doesn't mean you have the x-ray vision from that, because you still struggles. You still struggle to function without creating more hazardous life for you, because the mission statement is the trauma bonding. So trauma bonding is not something that you need to continue to be stuck in, because you have the power. If you are awakened to this kind of wisdom, or this kind of recognizing problems, identifying problems, life becomes so much easier. I am preaching all of these things. It doesn't mean I don't have a depression. Don't mean I have a hard time functioning every day to the optimal happiness and giggling all the time. I can sitting around home wearing all pajamas and everything, but I have emotional intelligence that I can recognize. I can change my perspectives. I can get up, go out there, do a walk, wear some clothes, go shopping, do something, because you have the option to do that, and you're not stationary because you're debilitated by disease and disconnection, because you recognize the toxic trauma body is there to continuously bring you awareness. When we are not interpreting these signs, we're not capable of recognizing these things, doesn't mean it wasn't there. Even myself in my 20s, I slept for like 10 years, work, sleep, getting some chores done before Monday comes. This was the life. So I was debilitated. I wasn't able to do things because your heart, your mind, your spirit was incubation time for that, because you have to feel something. All the times we are speaking about, oh, I feel stress, I have anxiety, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling angry. We feel a hell of a lot of things, yet we can't connect the dots to release some of that. We even understand about the feelings, yet we don't know what it means. We don't know how to overcome. So educated guess, intelligent, informed decision making is within you. Other people can't do it for you. When you give your power away, you become a useless eater. There is a level of disconnection and trauma body. There is no way, there is nothing to go forward from there, because you are completely disconnected. But you are walking, talking, functioning person, yet you are extremely disconnected. So that outside entities, the business models, the policymakers, they know about this. They have a more awareness, although they have no compassion. They don't have any logical or critical thinking. It's designed that way because we are trauma bonding. We're not here happy, joyous, heavenly space, because we have to create that. It's not the responsibility of external world to give you peace, give you heaven. It is you who have to navigate towards the heaven. Just like the ship is going across the ocean, it have to navigate its destination. Just like humans, we have to navigate our destination. Another correction I want to do, when we speak about these people who are suffering with anxiety, you never make it on time, never can enjoy a good time. You don't want to shun them out of your life, because looking at this in correct manner is, wow, this is the level of dysfunction happening. Where we go wrong? How do we identify the problems? This is the conclusion we have to come to, instead of banning them out of your life and start somewhere new, because then you haven't addressed the problems. These things coming to your orbit so you can recognize something within you and broken open. So this is the purpose, and I hope it's helpful. Thank you.